So this is the homework for lesson 745, practice problems. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the warm-up. It says circle the decimal number that is the best estimate of a fraction 29/40. Explain your reasoning. Well, since 29/40 is a little bit less than 30/40, I'm going to change that to 30/40. And I know 3/4 is my benchmark decimal, which is 75%. So that's going to put me in between 7/10 and 8/10. But since it's actually 29, not 30, I think it's going to push it a little bit closer to the 7/10 instead of the 8/10, since it's not exactly in the middle. Now for our practice, we want to write a situation that matches the diagram or make a diagram that matches the situation. So it says, this starts with the situation. The number of people in a town with high-speed internet has increased by 50% over the last decade. So we could have had this many people with high-speed internet, and it has increased 50% over the last decade. So 50% more than 2 is 3. That's what my diagram would look like. Now we see we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're adding an extra fourth. So I could say the number of pets in my family has increased by 25%. The next one says the amount of paper that the copy shop used this month decreased 20% compared to what they used last month. So I know 20% works good with 5s. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess I can change this so it's a little more accurate. Oops, I don't know what that means. Color that in, so 5 out of 5. But now it's decreased 20%. So I'm still gonna have, maybe get the right colors in. I'm still gonna have 5 slots here. But now it's decreased by 20%. So instead of having 100, I'm having 20, 40, 60, 80. Now let's look at the next one. I have a 4, and I might say something, so everything would be out of 25%. I could say the amount of cookies I ate this week is 25% less than last week. Because this was last week, I did all of them. This week I only ate 3 of them. So 3 out of 4 versus 4 out of 4. And the next one. The number of miles driven this month is 30% less than the number of miles driven last month. So I might have to go for the 10 here. So we have 10, 11, no, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So last month we drove 10 out of 10, 100%. This month we are driving 30% less. So what happened in my little drawing? Oh, there it is. So 100 minus 30% is 70%. So I'm going to draw a very similar chart, as close to the same as I can make it. Only this time I'm only going to color in 7 of my boxes because I'm doing 30% less. So 40, 50, 60, 70. All right. Oh, a lot more. A pair of designer sneakers was purchased for $120. Since the price of the sneakers has increased, since the purchase, the price of sneakers have increased by 15%. So what I could do is I could find, it was originally $120. Oops. And it's increasing by 15%. So it's I could find 15% and then add it, or I could multiply by 115%. And remember, I cannot multiply with a percent, so I go over once, twice, 1.15. And I could do 1.15 times 120 would give me a new price of $138. Number 2.2, if X is the price before the increase and Y is the price after the increase. So let's underline, this is a lot of information. If X is the price before the increase and Y is after the increase, which equations are not correct? So 1.15 times X equals Y. That would be correct. That's exactly what we did. Then I'm not adding anything, but let's see. My new price, so $120 plus 0.15. I think I'm missing part of this equation here. So this, I think I'm missing part of this. I think this one is going to be correct. I think it should say 115x. And then the last one also doesn't look like it translated well. It says technically it should be A, C, and E, but for some reason they're not showing up correctly. Now it says 3.1, so I think this should be, oh, it's okay. We'll come back to this one in class if we get stuck. Write a story that can be represented by the equation y equals x plus 1/5 x. So 1/5 is equal to 20%. So you could say something like, my team scored 20% more goals than last season. So I'm pretty sure this is like that, and then it would work. And I'm guessing that this was going to be the same. Oops. Now, last one. What is the value of y when x is 40? What does that mean in your number story? So let's say, so if when x is 40, we can figure this out. So we'd have 40 plus 1/5 of 40. We're going to equal y. So we want to figure y is something. So 1/5 of 40. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So 40 plus 8 is 48. Which means we scored 40 points last season and 48 points this season. Again, we're going to skip over the Explore, and any questions you have, please ask me in class tomorrow. We can go over anything you need to. Thank you. Bye-bye.